Football season has come to an end at Heath High School, but the Hawks finished the 2010 season on a winning note, destroying Rockwall-Heath 54-10 last Friday night. The Hawks finished their 2010 season with a 5-win, 5-loss record. Hawk players Jovan, Hernandez, and Parker Wood said it's been a disappointing season, but they're very excited about next season. Jovan, boy, you guys had a great victory this last Friday night, 54-10. Tell us about your thoughts about the game.
It was fun. I mean, it was the last game. I mean, we had nothing to lose, so we went all out. So it was a fun night.
You've had a good season. Boy, you emerged as a great running back, and you're a junior. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
So we get you back next year, and that's great. Now you went through a little bit of injury difficulty, but are you feeling pretty good?
I was fine. I mean, I got hurt Wiley game. I came back the next game, Holland Park. I didn't do too good,
but you tried your best.
Yes, sir. But
yeah.
The next
what kind of an injury did you have, by the way?
I broke my hand.
Oh, which one?
My left hand right here.
Show us your hand here.
Beneath my knuckle.
Yeah? So. Okay. Here, let me see that. Oh, yeah. What kind of an injury did you have, by the way?
I broke my hand.
Oh, which one?
My left hand right here.
Show us your hand here.
Beneath my knuckle.
Yeah?
So.
Okay. Here, let me see that. So what do you foresee coming next year?
Ooh,
is that too far to think about in the future?
No, sir. No, sir. We'll be good next year. That's one thing I know. We'll be tough. We'll be stronger. We'll be faster. We'll be a lot older. We'll have a lot of seniors, so we'll have a lot of leadership out there. So.
Okay. Now, just a word about baseball. That's your next sport coming up.
Yes, sir.
You're going to break that hitting streak record?
I'm gonna try. I'm not looking.
I know.
So.
I think you've got a 41-game hitting streak. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Wow. Well, we wish you the very best.
Yes,
we
sir.
certainly hope the first 2 games that you'll get a hit at least in both of those games. We're talking with Parker Wood, who's a sophomore defensive back with the Hawks this year. Give us your thoughts about the season, because you've played a lot this year, and you've done a great job.
We came out strong in the beginning of the season, and then some little stuff happened. And then the last game of the season, we just came out strong again, showed them what we could do.
Right. You did have some injury problems there. And did you go through some injuries?
Yes, sir. In the J.J. Pierce game, I dislocated my elbow and tore a ligament on the side of it. Oh, dear. Sir.
So you weren't able to play in this last game because of that. How's it healing? Is it doing all right?
It's healing a lot.
Good.
Like, a lot faster than I thought.
Painful?
Not too painful.
Well, let's talk about next year. Can you take a look into the future here?
Yeah, next year, I'm pretty excited for next year. We're going to have a lot of experience coming back, a lot of players from this year that played.
Well, you've done a great job this year. We congratulate you for what you've done, and we look forward to seeing you on the field again next year.
All right.
Head coach Mickey Moss says the Hawks have learned a lot this year. They've grown up a great deal. And he's also looking forward to an excellent season next year. Coach, you had a great game last Friday night. You beat Rockwall-Heath 54-10.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about this last game of the season.
Well, I tell you, it was a very welcomed win for us. I mean, we struggled. We struggled for several games, but we knew coming in it could be a rough year. But if anything, we knew every week would be a battle. What we didn't expect, kids got physically beat up, and what makes me so proud about that last game is the kids that got opportunities to play and how great a job they did. Did an outstanding job. They executed very well. Forced some turnovers. Did well on the kicking game. Both sides of the ball, offensive and defensive, the kids stepped up and played great. And we had a lot of kids out there that were filling in for roles for a bunch of injured players. And to be out of have 12 starters that. Well, actually, we were 11 starters that were not healthy for the game, and then for those kids who filled in for those positions to play the way they did was awesome. I'm very proud of them, and it was a great night for our seniors to go out in their last game, and a great night for all our younger kids who played this year to look forward to the next season and have all those returning lettermen back.
Well, certainly the players I just talked to are pretty excited about next year, Jovan and Parker. So I'm sure you're excited too.
I am.
So A little disappointment this season after such a great start, but
Right.
you know, you said at the beginning of the year that the team was young and not a lot of depth, and
Yeah.
like you said, the injuries did affect you.
Yeah, and even
So.
you know, I remember you asking me earlier in the year, saying you're ranked number 4 and 4-0. So
Yeah.
rankings don't mean anything; it's about how you finish. And at the time, you know, just knowing that, you know, those games that we had won, very close ball games, big plays, you know, those kind of games can also turn, because every game was going to come down to the fourth quarter, and pretty much that's the way it was through district and McKinney North and Wiley and Rockwall, and some very physical ball games. And you know, it was a lot of growing up our younger kids did, and lessons, you know, learned. I think you know, going through persevering through difficult times, you learn so much more than coasting through good times. And we experienced some things that we needed to persevere through this season, and losses in the way some of our games that came down to the end, and to lose games at the end of the game, you know, they sting. And lessons we take about being our best, and being prepared, and giving maximum effort, and understanding that how important practice is, and being, you know, one inch away, or one split second, or one false move, or you know, the game itself, as it's been said before by somebody about a game of inches, and it's not talking about the first downs that you make by an inch. It's talking about, you know, being an inch away from deflecting a ball, and an inch away from making a play, or, you know, it's just that, and it is, the games can turn on such small details and small plays. And I think one thing we learned this year, the way most of our games, how close they were, that you know, almost every player out there in the field could point to a play where they could make a difference. If they had to do it over again, if they would have done this on this play, then that could have made a difference in the ball game, because it is a team game, but it's the individual effort that each one puts forward, and was it their best, and so we never want to leave a game or a field that if we've lost thinking that, well, one person cost us this game, or one official cost us this game. It's football is such a team sport, and I think our kids learn that valuable lesson, that everybody has to be at their best for every game, and bring their best every game, and the way they approach practice, the way they approach games, need to be in a sense that I have responsibility to my team, and personal responsibility, and ask the question afterwards of what could I have done to make a difference here, and coaches do the same thing. I mean, coaches, what could we have done? And that's what weekends are all about, Saturdays and Sundays, when not only we look at film, evaluate our players, but we also evaluate things we did. And every year, in every week of every year, you're asking yourself, okay, in wins and losses, in both cases, you're asking, what could we have done different on this play? What should we have done in this situation? And so we take that and we apply that and to next season. We apply it to the next week during the season. But a lot of lessons learned, and sometimes those are, you know, making sure, you know, how we get kids in positions to make play. And I think winning football, besides everything else you do, the responsibility of coaches is putting your kids in a position physically where they can be at their best, and they're prepared. And then the kids take that preparation and apply it during the game. And you know what, that was so positive about a lot of our young kids. We saw so much of that this year, and that's what makes us most excited about how those kids came prepared to those games. So I am looking forward to next year. I think good things will happen next year. I think we need to make sure that we do our job and the players do their job about being prepared. You know, I just don't get into predictions, because we take it, you know, we don't, I have a belief, you don't say we set this goal to win a state championship, district championship, regional championship, whatever. I think you set your goals that we're going to do things right. We're going to work hard. We're going to make sure we take care of the things in our own personal life and do the right things and make the right choices, because everything on and off the field affect the play of a team. And little discipline habits in the classroom or habits in our personal life will be the same thing in habits on the field, that if we practice bad habits, they're going to impact different areas of our life, in all areas of our life. So, you know, we just need to make sure that, you know, we're taking care of every little detail and do things the right way. And if we learn to do things the right way in all areas, what happens? Winning takes care of itself. You don't have to say our goal is to win a state championship or regional championship or whatever. It takes care of it. And the key to winning is just making sure you come with a great attitude, you work hard every day, you give your best, and you can walk off the field at the end of the day and know that's what you did. And that's our goal.
This is J.J. Smith at Heath High School for the RockwallNews.com.